Hello and welcome to San Miguel Brief, a space for everyone and a special for our English-speaking community. I'm Maria and today we have important local updates from San Miguel. So I hope everybody have a great day and let's go and check out the exchange rate. The US dollar is at 50.79 pesos for buying and 18.73 pesos for selling. So if you're planning to exchange your dollars, keep that information in mind. You have already that information, so I hope that if you're going outside and plan to have your dollars, go and check out this information, guys, because it is so important. And now I want to see the weather because I have this little story. I go outside to find more local news and oh my god, I go with my partner Carlita and we filmed the weather and the sun and I was like, oh my god, it's so hot. Today we are 79 Fahrenheit degrees and for tomorrow we expect a low of 52 and a height of 80. So there you have that information because, oh my god, I feel like I still have this head bombing of the weather and I am sweating again. So I hope you really enjoyed it. And maybe I need to wear more dresses. But now I want to remember that we have our WhatsApp and it is 415-296-4668. So I'm going to check if we have a message. I'm searching because I know a friend, yes, Charlie. So I'm going to say hello from Radio San Miguel because I know that you want to give, to say hello to everybody and to have your message that we're going to share more news and more local events. So if you're interested on local events or anything else, we are going to have an update, Charlie. So coming up next, we have some times with you guys because we already hear you. And for that, we want to have something really special. I know that some of you that are watching don't know yet what Day of the Dead, or better, Dia de Muertos means. So that's why we go outside and now a short clip for some of you sharing your thoughts about Day of the Dead. So let's go and check out this clip. Here I am with Mark. He came from Massachusetts. And the first question that I have for you is, what do you know about Day of the Dead?
Not very much, just that it's a time to welcome back the people who passed away in your life. And people will put out altars and cemetery places to have people come and celebrate people from the past. That's all I know.
Oh, that's more. And what do you like most about this tradition?
That, I think it's beautiful to see that kind of connection and that people take the time. Like if you go to some of the cemeteries, you'll see a grave with a bunch of little toy trucks and little dolls or stuff like that, and it's kind of heartbreaking, but it's very sweet that people take time to think about the people, and it seems like there's a family-oriented thing, and a lot of love for the people who are alive and who aren't alive.
Yes. And when the things that you know at this moment, why do you think it is so important, this tradition, for the Mexican people?
I think of it more of a family than as a nation, but it seems like for the families there's a real connection, and that I guess it must be very I don't really know because I'm not part of that, but it must seem a real intergenerational connection, and that you kind of know if you die that you're gone, but people are still going to be talking to you, or so I don't know, somehow connecting to you. That seems like a really good grounding for boys and girls and everybody.
Yes,
And you will be here on Day of the Dead this year?
Yes, I think I will be, yeah. Yes, I will be.
And do you have plans for this day? Do you want to go to the cemetery or the altars and the jardín principal?
Well,
What would you like
yeah,
to
I'll
do
probably
this
do
day?
that. I'll probably do that. Yeah, I really enjoyed the cemetery. I enjoy the altars that are in the jardín. You know, the ones they really do all the flowers and all the whole thing is fun. It's fun to watch people in the parade with all the masks and things that
Catrinas,
they put on, the Catrinas. Yeah, that's fun. And yeah, I'll probably just do that.
Hello, here we are with Pierre. He came from New Jersey, and the first question that I have for you is what do you know about Day of the Dead?
I know almost nothing about Day of the Dead, except that it is sort of a, as we say in America, Halloween celebration. I know that it is a celebration of the people who have died, but it is also a celebration of the living, who are still here. There's a lot of tradition, and there are sort of costumes and parades about it. But that's really all that I know.
And what is the thing that you like most about this tradition?
Well, I think that any tradition that is important for a culture and for, I mean, let's just say maybe their religion in some ways is like super important. But I, as a complete foreigner, can't talk about its direct importance.
And when the things that you know at this moment, why you think this tradition is so important for the Mexican people?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, it's obviously important for art and cultural reasons. You see references to this everywhere in the art. And the most famous artists, of course. Jose Posada, I guess, and this. So it's incredibly important, and deep traditions are very important to any culture. And so I respect it, and I wish that I were going to be here for the Dias de los Muertos, but I have to leave beforehand. But it's a very important cultural tradition and artistic tradition as well
Yes.
for the populace.
And will you like to came 1 year to live this experience, this tradition?
I will come here to experience this tradition 1 year. This is my first time to San Miguel de Allende, and it's been a very eye-opening experience for me. It's been I did not know what to expect. I've never been to this part of Mexico before, and it's beautiful, and the city is amazing and incredible, and I do hope to experience it one day.
Here we are with Esteban, and he came from New York. So, the first question that I have, what do you know about Day of the Dead?
What do I know of Day of the Dead? I was pretty young when I learned a little bit about it. I know that it wasn't a scary thing to think about death. It was more of a celebrate your family, ancestors, anyone you love that has passed on. And so it's kind of been a dream of mine to come to Mexico and actually see how people celebrate it.
This is your first time celebrating this tradition?
It is. It is. And I'm still not sure what to do, but I've been making some pieces that I've been inspired by the city and what I know already and the research I'm doing. So I'm making an ofrenda at some point soon, and I've been making a mask for a friend of mine who passed away. We were in a art collective and noise band together, and I know that she would feel very lifted if we can celebrate her. And I'm making something for my father who passed away 7 years ago.
Okay. I think that we love too much these days because we honor our persons that pass away. So it's a beautiful day to remember and celebrate. And with the things that you know already, what do you think these traditions is so important for the Mexican people?
That's a good question. I can't say for sure, but I think that there's a lot of family love and community that wants to take the time to remember their loved ones that have passed. And when it was, I don't know when it was established. I don't know the history so much. It's still something I'm learning. But to me, it makes perfect sense.
Hello, everyone. So here we are with Pam. And the first question that I have, what do you know about Day of the Dead?
I know a little bit about Day of the Dead. I'm from the States. This will be my fifth Day of the Dead. At first, I don't think I understood it very well. My daughter lives here now, my granddaughter, who's 2. And I know it's a time that families come together to honor people who've passed or died in the last year, maybe even other years. And the marigolds symbolize, I think, of the spirits of the people who haven't passed all the way over to come. And it's very basic what I know, but it's become more popular in the States. In Denver, where I live, now more and more you see celebrations, or you see the skulls, you see the marigolds, you see celebrations around Day of the Dead, not just Halloween, but for Day of the Dead.
And what's the thing that you like most about this tradition?
I come from a large family, and I think it's about honoring our ancestors and family who've given us different things, both the struggles and the things that they've overcome. And I think it's a nice time, it's an important time to remember. We do that in the States at Memorial Day, but traditionally that was more for veterans, but it still was a time when families would go to cemeteries and I remember that as a young child, I'd go with my grandmother, and we would put flowers, and we'd walk around the cemetery, and they'd tell us about our ancestors, but I think some of that's been lost. So I think this is very important for families to come together to kind of recall and take a little bit of time to remember.
And when the things that you know at this time about Day of the Dead, why do you think that it's so important for the Mexicans, this tradition?
I think the Mexicans are very family oriented, and I think they take, and again, it's a huge country, many millions of people, but I think it's a time people take time out to remember and celebrate life. Quite a while ago, a few years ago, I didn't really understand it, and I wasn't sure I liked the concept of Day of the Dead because I thought it was something kind of morbid and maybe even disrespectful of people who had passed, but I was wrong. That's not what it's about at all. So I think it's an important time for their family to remember, even like I don't know what you call the sidewalk art where they use the seeds and the petals, and they'll do a portrait of someone that's important that's passed in the last year. I think it's an important part of the grieving process that I think is very honorable and engaging.
Now, here we are with Robin. She came from California. And the first question that I have for you, what do you know about Day of the Dead?
Well, I learned a lot about the Day of the Dead from the animated Pixar movie, Coco, but I've also learned a few things since I've been living here. So I know that it's the time when sort of the veil is thin between the worlds, and our loved ones who have passed on can visit us, and it's a time to welcome them with cempasúchil flowers,
Yes.
right? The marigolds, to sort of lure them in, and also have photographs and other things set up on your ofrenda with things they like on the ofrenda to have them kind of enjoy being with your family. And a lot of people who have loved ones in the cemetery, they have a little party in the cemetery, at the gravesite, or in their homes. What else? I know that at least the indigenous, the Nahuatl word for where the people are coming from is Mictlan.
Yes.
Yes, so it's just a time to remember our loved ones, put some offerings out for them, and spend time with your family. And yeah, I think it's a beautiful ritual.
And when the things that you know about this tradition, What is the thing that you like most about it?
Well, I personally really like setting up the ofrenda, which I'm doing right now at my house just down the street. Because it's something that, like, my father passed away 5 years ago, and I've just noticed that just in setting up the ofrenda and printing his photo, and it's making me remember him and think about him and my other family members who have gone. So it's good for us, from other countries where we don't really have this tradition. There's no like special time to remember, except for maybe special days like their birthday or something. And so this is like a time where everybody, not just me myself, can remember our loved ones together.
Yes, I think that that's so beautiful. And with the things that you know about this tradition, why you think it is so important for the Mexican people?
Well, I think from what I know, there's, the culture in Mexico, right, is this whole blending of the indigenous cultures, and then they're like Catholic and stuff. And I feel like this is something that, is still kind of coming from the indigenous side. And so, it's important for, Mexicans to claim that part of their heritage as well. And so, I mean, that's one of the reasons I love San Miguel, because there's so many, events happening and danzas and other things where people are really holding on to their culture and introducing their children to it. You see the children in the parades, or so I just think it's wonderful to see people hanging on to their past and still celebrating the traditions. So.
So there you have it, guys. We want to know what do you think about Day of the Dead, and we have these little interviews. It was such a great pleasure to meet everyone and have these little conversations, to know your points of view about this celebration, this tradition, and we hope to see you at the 1st and 2nd of November to celebrate this. And now, let's get started to this section of Heads Up.
Heads up, this is World Around Town.
On Friday, October 24, there will be a garb and vocal concert at the Church of San Juan de Dios. It will be free admission. The program will feature Javier Zavala on garb, Professor Susana Mijangos as soprano, Arturo Castillo as tenor, and Fortino Pedraza on guitar. So there you have it, guys, all this information, and go this Friday, 24th of October. Now we have El Circo de las Estrellas in San Miguel, celebrating his 35th anniversary. We continue to invite you to their big debut on October 24 at 7:03 p.m. And now we have a raffle. It's beginning to support the Santuario Felino Rey Ashoka to help care for the rescue animal. Some of the raffle tickets would be sold at Radio San Miguel from 10 pesos each. The raffle will take place on November 6 at Radio San Miguel from 8 to 10 a.m. The first place, 1,250 pesos, the second place, 700 pesos, and the third place, 350 pesos. If you want more information, with Lolita Cortina at 415-101-0840. And now we have a very sad news to share. The passing of Esteban Martinez Pichardo, at the age of 67, has been announced. He was a local artisan. He will be laid of rest in Chapel 3 at Jardines Nueva Vida on Libramiento José Manuel Zavala Zavala. His wife and family shared this news with deep sorrow.
Heads up, this is World Around Town.
So that was everything of Heads Up, and I want to remember you that if you want to have this space for announce something that you consider is special or to have this information that everybody should know, you can go to our WhatsApp 415-296-4668 and give us the information that you have. Now I'm going one more time to the WhatsApp and okay, shout out to Javier that he's been here since every episode. So I want to say hello and thanks for being here. And I want to have more message about what do you think about the program, if you like it, what's new. So guys, I really want to have this little message, and I remember our WhatsApp 415-296-4668. And with that, let's go to our next news. On Saturday, November 1st, Fábrica La Aurora will host an art walk event. There will have a tour through the galleries and several artists will be sharing the altares de Día de Muertos. So let's begin with this little clip that we have for you.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Iván Rodríguez. Estoy encargado de las relaciones públicas del Centro de Arte y Diseño Fábrica La Aurora. Los invitamos este sábado primero a disfrutar del Art Walk o Caminata de Arte en este lugar, en el cual para ese día toda nuestra comunidad artística nos presenta nuevas exposiciones. Tenemos cada año nuevas obras, por ahí nuestros artistas siempre se esmeran, también igual ofrendas que ofrecen al público. La entrada es totalmente gratuita e invitamos sobre todo a los sanmiguelenses para que puedan disfrutar de este evento. Pueden encontrar una diversidad de nuevas exposiciones. Tenemos los estudios de los artistas, también hay galerías que tienen colectivos con diferentes opciones de estilo artístico. Al igual, yo creo que es un evento totalmente familiar, mucha gente viene caracterizada y es un evento que tiene muchos años llevándose a cabo, en el cual gente, visitantes, gente de San Miguel de Allende viene por este día que lo tenemos programado de las 5 a las 8 de la noche. Pues al igual invitamos a los sanmiguelenses para que puedan acompañarnos a este interesante evento, para que puedan, si no han tenido la oportunidad de visitar la Fábrica La Aurora, que vengan, están totalmente invitados, vale mucho la pena, es un lugar en el cual caminando descubres una infinidad de estilos artísticos y sobre todo esta interacción con la comunidad artística que conforma este recinto de arte. Sí, tenemos, hay música, también hay un grupo amenizando, también por ahí muchos de los artistas, algunos ofrecen algunas bebidas, agua, algunos canapés para la gente. Pues los invitamos este sábado 1 de noviembre a las 5 de la tarde, de 5 a 8, a disfrutar de esta caminata, de este Art Walk en Fábrica La Aurora. Por favor, están todos totalmente invitados y creo que se van a pasar una tarde muy amena disfrutando del arte, la música y sobre todo es un evento cultural.
This is a free event. All you need to do is enjoy it and later because they were gonna have drinks, appetizers, and it will take place from 5 to 8 p.m. So I want to remember you that Fábrica La Aurora is for everybody. You can go and search what they have. It is not just for buying, because you could have a great time there, see the paintings or the architectures, the schools, everything. It's so cool, it's so gorgeous. So this is all the information that we have from the events that you should know, and I want to know, what do you think about Fábrica La Aurora? I will see you there, or maybe another day. I want to know everything about you. So this is everything, and thank you for watching this episode again. See you tomorrow.